Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another tutorial. This is our graphics again. So in today's tutorial we are going to be doing something special, and I'm going to be showing us how I achieve this e-flyer design using Photoshop. So what you are going to be learning in this design is basically like picking the right color for your design, your layout, how to go about your layout, how to make use of text effects and other stuff. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So guys, heading over to Photoshop right now. I'm going to be creating our new workspace. So I'll head over to creating, and for my dimension I'm going to be using a 1080 by 1080 pixel, a 300 resolution, and RGB color mode. So I'll head over to create. So first and foremost, I'm going to be creating my background. So I'm going to choose my rectangle tool right here and draw like so. And I'm going to be giving it this color code. So guys, a quick one guys, I'm going to be making the resources of this design available as usual. So simply make use of the link in the down description below. So with this done, I'm going to be bringing in the image of our model, the model we are going to be working with. So I'm just going to drag and drop like so. So I'm going to reduce this just a little bit. I think I'm okay with this. So I'm going to be bringing in the second rectangle, which is going to be a little bit below the first. So I'm just going to like duplicate this first one by hitting Ctrl J on my keyboard, and this should come under. So I'm going to change the color code for this to I'm going to shape this down a little bit. I wouldn't want it to like cover the whole space, so I'm just going to do this is like so. So I'm going to be bringing in our logo first. I'm just going to drag and drop like so. This is below the layer, so I'm just going to push it up. This is like basically a simple logo I made for the client. This is a design I recently worked on about a week ago, so I got so many requests on how I achieved this, as I said earlier. So I decided to make a quick tutorial on this. So just sit back guys and watch how I did it. So I'm going to choose my text tool right here, and I'm going to be typing in data plug. I'm going to change this to white. I'm going to be using sepia sound for this. I'm going to be using the black head. sequence and black hair. I'm going to increase my text to, let's say, I think I'm okay with this. So I'm going to be reducing my leading. So let's say 19 with 21. I think I'm okay with this 21. So guys, for this text, I'm going to be converting this to a smart object so as to apply it to my text effect, so as to replace it with my text effect, which is I'm going to be making use of this text effect. Remember guys, all these resources will be made available. Simply make use of the link in the down description below. So I'm going to open up my text effects. So just wait for it to load. I'm going to be showing us how to actually apply text effect to how to replace any text effect with your own write-up. So basically, so for this write-up right here, this data plug, I'm going to be converting this to a smart object. So I'm just going to right click on my layer right here and convert to a smart object. So I'm going to hit Ctrl T on my keyboard and I'm going to click over this little, but I don't actually know what it's called, but I'm going to hit on it, and for my style I'm going to choose this arch, and I'm going to reduce this just a little bit. For my bed I'm going to be using let's say 10. I think I'm okay with this. So I'll head over to my text effects tab, and right here they say place your design here. So I'm going to double click on here. So pay attention guys, this is more like the critical part. Pay attention. So this is the place I'm going to be replacing my text. So I'll head over to my design tab again. So I'm just going to drag this and drop here like so. It's actually not visible because of it's white. So I'm going to hide the original text. So for my own text, I'm going to hit Ctrl T on my keyboard and increase this a little bit, and you can see this much better now. So I'm going to align this to the center, and I'm going to hit Ctrl S on my keyboard to save my process. This is actually the part where it gets transformed, so I'm just going to wait for it to finish loading. So guys, so head back to our text effects tab, and boom, there you have it. This text effect, like my own, I replaced it. So I'm going to this place in the background, I'm going to unhide this because I wouldn't want it to like have this green background, because I'm going to be placing it on our design. So I'm going to just remove the background and click it to remove it. So I'll head over to file and save as. So I'm going to be choosing where I'm going to be saving my test. So I'm going to save this as PNG to retain quality. So I'll click on save. Just waiting for it to load. This is taking a while. Merging layers. I think we're almost through with this. So guys, we just head over and click OK to save our text effect. So we are going to close this tab. We are going to close this tab. So back to our design tab. So I'm going to unhide this, and I'm going to drag in that text effect which I already created. As you can see, I'm just going to drag and drop like so. So basically guys, that was just how I I got this text effect. So many people have been asking me a lot about how I was able to achieve that. I'm going to reduce the size of our image just a little bit like so, and this is better. Yeah, so I'm going to pick our text tool again, and I'm going to be typing this time yet another text. So for my font, I'm going to be using a font called Akira Expanded. I hope I pronounced that well. So I'm going to type contact your main design blog. So I'm going to reduce my text to, let's say, 6. I think this is okay. Yeah, so beneath it, I'm going to choose my rectangle tool again, and I'm going to draw like so. And I'm going to curve the edges, and I'm going to be giving it this color. So for the color code guys, it will also be made available. Everything will be made available, so just simply make use of the link in the down description below. So with that done, I'm going to close my tab, and I'm going to use this just a little bit. Yeah, just like so. And I'm going to duplicate this text by hitting Ctrl on my keyboard, and I'm going to move this above my second rectangle, which is this, and I'm going to be typing I'm going to increase my font to 8. I think 7 should do, so I'm going to be using 7 for this. I'm going to position this at the center. Still need to curve the edges of this a little bit. Yeah. So guys, yeah, I think we are progressing with this tutorial actually. So for my text effects, I'm going to rasterize the layer, and I'm going to be applying my levels to this. So I'll head over to image, adjustment, and levels. So I'm basically going to make this let's say 222 to make it pop out a little bit, or let's say 22 7. I think I'm okay with this, so I'm going to head over and click OK. So I'm going to put all this in a group. And rename it. Like I said earlier, guys, in my last tutorial, I'm the type of designer that likes grouping my jobs, like grouping my layers, sorry, to make things a little bit easier for me. So I'm going to push this up just a little bit, like so. Yeah, I think just to give it the right alignment. So I'm going to be bringing, but before I do anything more, I'm going to be adding a camera raw filter to our image right here. So I'll head over to filter and camera raw filter. So I'm just going to wait for it to load. So for my exposure, I'm going to be using plus 0.35. I think, yeah, this is okay. Then for my contrast, I'm going to be using 6 for this, and for my shadow, I'm going to be using -3 for this. My texture, I'm going to be using 21 for my texture. I'll find the texture. So my vibrance, I'm going to be using 5, and my saturation to 5. My clarity, I'm going to be using 6 for this, and so I'll head over and click OK. See that feeling makes the image to pop out a little bit. So I'm going to click on this and create a new layer, and I'm going to call this light. So I'm going to bring this down beneath the image, and I'm going to choose my brush tool. So I'm going to pick this color code. And I'm just going to gently apply this with one click, like so. Yeah, so I'm going to increase this a little bit. And I'm going to reduce my opacity to 80 and my fill to 80. I'm going to leave it just like so. I just wanted to give it a little bit of light shade effect. So with that done, I'm going to head over to my rectangle tool again. I'm just going to draw a small box like this, and I'm going to be giving it this color. So I'm going to pick my text tool, and I'm going to write MTN. But for my font, I'm going to be using a font called Montserrat. I'm going to be using the gold. I'm going to change my color here to this green, and this should be here. So guys, I'm basically trying to bring in our price place right now. So that's it. Let me reduce this a little bit and move this up. So I'm going to open up a list here. So I already have the typed out of everything, so I'm just going to copy this, then I'm going to duplicate this text. I have to change it back to white. So I'm going to hit Ctrl V on my keyboard to paste the already copied text, and I'm going to be reducing my leading back to automatic. I think this is better. And for my font, I think I'm going to be using 6. So I'm going to be adding a cross effect to each of the N right here in the design to like give it that Naira kind of view. You understand? So with this done, I'm going to group all this, and I'm going to call this MTN. So I'm going to duplicate this by hitting Ctrl V on my keyboard, and I'm going to drag this to the right. So I'm going to be changing the color for this to, I'm going to be picking this red actually. I'll have to extend this a little bit more. Change this back to white, and I'm going to be typing in right there. I have to reduce this a little bit like so. So I'm going to be bringing in the prices for the Airtel. So I'm just going to copy again, head over to Photoshop and do the pasting just like so. So same process, I'm going to be adding the slant effect to each of the N to give it that Naira feel. So yeah, with that done, I'm going to rename this to Airtel. So I'm going to drag and duplicate this, I'm going to select both layer and try to adjust to the right a little bit. So I'm going to change the color of this again to green, but this time I'm going to be making this a darker shade of green. I think I'm okay with this, so I'm going to rename this to glow. Sorry, I think I'm going. This should be 9 mobile. going to reduce this a little bit just to fit into my rectangle. So head over to my text and I'm going to copy this back. So I'm just going to hit Ctrl V on my keyboard again to place. And just like the same process, I'm going to be adding the Naira slant effect to this end. So guys, we are actually progressing with this tutorial. So I'm going to change this to 9 mobile and I'm going to duplicate this and bring it to the right, just like so. So for my rectangle, I'm going to be choosing a lighter shade of green for this. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. So I'm going to be changing this to glow this time around. I have to reduce my rectangle. So I'm going to copy that of the glow and I'm going to place it right here by hitting Ctrl V on my keyboard, just like so. This one is actually longer than the other, so I'm going to repeat same process. I actually want to make this tutorial a very quick one. I wouldn't want to waste much of our time, so trying my best to make this quick and easy for us. So for this, I'm going to be calling this glow, and I think I'm okay with this. So I'm going to just select everything and try to reduce this a little bit, just as to fit into what we have here. And I think I'm okay with this. So I'll just have to push this apart from each other just a little bit. And for this, I'm going to be bringing this a little bit. I'm going to increase this just a little bit to make it match, and I'll bring this down. So I'm going to select everything again and try to adjust. I think I'm okay with this. So guys, and I think the last thing we are going to be adding is the contact info. So I'm just going to choose my, but before I do that, I'm just going to copy that. Copy. And I'm going to choose my text, and for my color, I'm going to be using this red right here. So I'm just going to hit Ctrl V on my keyboard to paste. So remove this. And for my font, I'm going to be using 8. I think I'm okay with 8. So I'm just going to push this over right here, and I'm going to copy the number by duplicating this layer, Ctrl J on my keyboard. I'm going to bring this down and change this back to black. Ctrl V on my keyboard to paste. And I'm going to increase my text size for this to 9. So I think I'm okay with this. So I'm going to select both of them and try to increase this just a little bit more. Yeah. So guys, that is it. So I don't think there's any more thing we are going to work on. So thank you guys for staying up to this time. This is actually how I achieved this flyer design. Remember guys, the exercise file will be made available. Simply make use of the link in the down description below. Thanks for staying up to this time. Please, if you enjoyed this video, do make sure to subscribe, like, share and comment. Thank you. I'll see you next in my next tutorial. Peace.